Welcome back. It's a beautiful Sunday. Despite what's going on in the universe and in the world, I still believe strongly more good than bad will come of it. I wanted to showcase this book I've referenced maybe once or twice. Didn't know if I was even pronouncing her name correctly, Geisman. But yeah, I recommend it, and she has a free app with a fabulous daily reading. So I'm not being paid anything to promote this. I'm just sharing some of my sources that have been part of my journey. Draw a card today, March 1st. Love the birds singing in the background. Ooh. Oh, for today's art, I've selected to showcase Pisces and peace within, external peace, Pisces, and the fire horse, because things are happening. And of course, this one's just a little bit of a self-bio. But yeah, we're in Pisces. If people are feeling emotional, creative, a little extra, there it is. Okay, today's first card I drew was the Queen of Wands energy. If you got it, you got it. It's shining, not showing off. It's a little dark. Another light here. I need to relocate, as beautiful as it is, having the birds chirping. So yeah, what else do we have here? Passionate, optimism, inventor of the glad game. Always finding something good in everything. Charisma all day. Confidence. Yeah, this is a great energy to have right now. So whoever's listening, if you have this energy, great on you. Keep using it to your advantage. Trying to think if there's any other messages for this card right now. Let's read. Oh boy, let's read what's in the book. Today is your day to shine, and don't worry about those Karens who envy your sparkle. Indeed, do not worry about those who envy your sparkle. Just be yourself. Shine like you were meant to be. Can't even see my little peacock. There is a peacock. Okay. Moving on, I'm going to draw another card. Shocking. Not shocking. I drew the fire horse. I think I draw this a lot. And I'm, of course, showcasing it because it's very prevalent and it's one of my newest pieces. So I don't even have a fire horse message in this particular printed guidebook, and I even remember saying that before, so I'm just gonna kind of focus on the piece and what comes to me. Of course, it says the year of rapid transformation. We know this. We know the horse is moving fast. We see what's happening around us. Things are moving at a quick escalation, but as the good levels up maybe more gradually and slowly, the bad generally levels up a lot faster. But what we're going to see now is the good is going to come to a gallop. We're going to be kind of, we're going to outperform, I think, the dark side right now. The dark side's game has been going for a long, long time, but the other side is just starting to awaken. The other army is just starting to emerge. So look out, world. We're taking it back over. There's, what, 8 billion of us who have a completely different viewpoint and desire for this earth. And it's probably more than that. I mean, we're talking if there's 8.5 billion people. And those are that we know of. Of course, there's things we don't know of, people we don't know of, beings we don't know of, things that were never put on record, right? So, but we know that most of us don't want to be slaves. Most of us wish there were a real freedom that could be found. And that's why this fire horse is so powerful. And it's so important that you start making your shift to a divinely guided life now, so that you will know your role and your part in this war of peace that we are in. Oddly, yesterday was 28, reduced down to 10, which is a 1 day. Today is the 1st, also a 1 day, so I'm going to seal it in with the 1. We're building an army of peace. We're building an army of peace. We're using all the resources that we have, and we're going to make change, and we're going to take back this planet. We have the power to do so, and one by one, we are all coming into the love and the light and the awakened way. Again, I'm not being paid to promote Suzanne, but she has really helped me and so many others. So use the resources that you have so that you can become your best fire horse in 2026. Let's just see what else we're gonna... Oh, and just a little thing from Suzanne. You know, when I first started doing tarot, it blew my mind. I was astonished by the results I was getting, and I could not understand it. But in one of Suzanne's experiences with the other side of the veil for one of her customers, they were able to pinpoint a crumb or a dog biscuit under a couch, and it's because people on the other side are able to see everything clearly on this earth. So if I'm guided toward a particular card, that's how they can see the other side. They can see everything. Or in the fourth or fifth dimension, right? So different than us. They have access to more things. And that is how they guide us when we let them. And a deck is probably the easiest in the first way. You know, if you don't have a deck, I highly recommend getting a deck. This is obviously not a tarot deck. This is what I'm calling my hybrid deck, just made from all of the different art that I was inspired to create. I just drew the Explorer. I know I've drawn this already. I love this card. Chase each adventure with childlike wonder. Of course, it's a Sunday. It's March 1st. There's terrible things happening in the world according to the news that we're able to see. But being out in nature has its own magic and healing properties. The sun is healing. Nature itself is healing. There's a lot of reasons why that I didn't used to understand. Spend your time in nature. It may help you find what you need in order to know your role in this army we are building. Listen to the animals around you and the messages they're sending you. Let's read what I have for the Explorer. Get your backpack, Dora. It's time to explore. What are you waiting for? Wow, and that, of course, works metaphysical, but also just exploring your mind, exploring, well, your soul. Forget your mind. Who said it best? When we die, the brain is just a piece of meat that burns like everything else, but the soul carries on forever. So how is that, you wonder? Yeah, because it's an outside powerful entity of its own, right? But it connects to us through our mind. So let's do all the exploring that we can do in order to best contribute to this worldwide change. And this is not a political change. I do not endorse politics. That's a circus. That's a circus intended to have a good cop and a bad cop, make us think, oh, we're going to help you find ways. But really, they never will for various reasons. The powers that be are only going to let so much happen. I mean, we can pretend like, yeah, if we all come out and vote and we all demand change in each individual country, great, whippy yahoo. We can do so much more than that. We're so much more powerful than that. So that's such a tiny goal to me. I mean, that goal to me is a lot like what I felt about religion when I was a child, even when I was more in touch with my soul. I remember thinking, this God is, in this book, sounds like a white man with a colonizing problem. you know? And he seemed so limited. Like, what about the universe? Who was in charge of that was my question. Because that's the God that I wanted to worship. And lo and behold, that is the collective, all of us. We're not bots. When we have souls, we are as real as we can be. We will never die. So get on board. Crazy is something you can research within yourself. Let's see what else. Ooh, death, rebirth. Not the first time I got this. Also, unique to this deck. The past is past is kind of what this card has. That's unique from my other death cards. You die and then rebirth, through the I'm just loving the birds right now. So, one of my favorite songs by Patty Griffin, called Mary. Very, very touching song to me in so many ways, but she talks about how the birds sing a million songs without any words, and I just love that. So it's taught me how to really love being outside. Death rebirth is always a reminder to alchemize your trauma, lay to rest that which no longer suits you, and begin anew. The past is past. It's over. We don't care. I mean, we care. We're not saying there will be no punishments for any particular crimes. That's not what we're saying. But what we're saying is, for you personally, there's just no good lighting. I had such great lighting yesterday. But yeah, for you personally, whatever's happened has happened, and it's time to move on. It sounds easier said than done. That's why sources that help you to find your awakened way, it's kind of crazy, because once you find your awakened way, you'll find that those things that hurt you in the past no longer have to control your life. Rather, they can become a driving force to who you become, to this new fire horse, to this new way. As always, I'm not going to end on a dark card, even though I think of death as a very positive card. I'm still going to pick another one. Spirit's leading me to another draw. Let's see who we get. Family is family. Family is forever. Just remember that. Your earthly experiences aside, we have these soul pods that we travel with, and we've traveled lifetime to lifetime with them, but also when we're on the other side, we're with them. But also even greater is that on the other side, everyone we see is our family. Everyone is one. We are all connected. I highly recommend The Egg. If you've never watched it, there's a video on YouTube. Highly recommend it. I'm still going to draw another card. I will tell you, I cannot avoid the family is forever card. It appears for me on my personal almost every time I draw a card. Resilience. I will survive. I will thrive. I'm just going to say, sometimes when you feel rejected by your family on this earth for various reasons, or maybe you've rejected people in your family, maybe you've set boundaries, maybe they've set boundaries, maybe you both set boundaries, maybe you're not getting along really well in this world right now. I went back to the family is forever, but just remember, this is part of this experience. Sometimes we play bad roles in people's lives. Sometimes we play good roles in people's lives. Okay, now I'm going to move on to resilience. Oh, first I'm going to read Family is Forever over here. I kind of skipped over that. Remember, those we've lost are not truly lost to us. Reach through the veil to find them. resilience. I think resilience is a great card right now. The cactus can break in half and lay in a pile for 2 years and replant into the earth with no effort. And yes, we can be reborn from whatever past is bothering and haunting us and keeping us stuck. And we can have resilience, and we can become all new and start a whole new life. And I don't just mean in the infinite stage. I mean to manifest the life that you wanted to have here on this earth. We don't have to do anything we don't want to do. We can change. We are resilient. We're infinite, we're resilient, we're brilliant, we're connected, we're loved, we're unconditional. We have skills that we haven't tapped into yet. There are ways to tap into them. I can't emphasize it enough. I am not special. I knew nothing. I was a typical hardened progressive who had great ideas and who believed in kind of some hippie ideas, but I had nothing spiritually. I knew nothing. Things started happening though, and that's how it is. We're laying the we're all being led to this point of awakening with different paths, different clues, different hints. Ooh, the Emperor. This is a good one. Number 4. My card, I say get into the Emperor's groove and use wise mind, analytics, and discipline to lead. Wow. So after you've alchemized all this, it's not just, ooh, magic. Everything I manifested happens. There's also work for it, but remember, when it's your dream, it's not really work. Okay, there's a lot of chaos in my yard right now, so I think that's a good note to end on. That wasn't much about the Emperor, but you can count on me thriving with structure, protectors, perseverance. Loves to rule with systems, logic, analytics. You know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, there's magic, but also there's embracing your analytical self and your logical mind. It's calming here a little. I think I'm going to draw one more card. I don't feel like I've concluded. I am a beam of love and light. When I stop thinking, worrying, analyzing, I find myself and I begin living. You manifest. Yes. Let's do this together, the collective. Everything we do with more than one is obviously stronger. That's one truth that many religions share. So, yeah. Oh, and this one doesn't have a card yet either, because this is one only in my specific master deck. So looking to see what else I'm thinking. It's just letting go of all the things controlling us, all the fears, all the noises in our head, and just kind of really living for the love and the light, thinking about eliminating anything unnecessary from our lives that doesn't bring us love and light, anything that doesn't bring us joy. Get rid of it. Purge it. This is the time. We're in a peace war, man, and we're going to win. I promise. As it was written in the Bible and a million other things, we will win. The peaceful times are coming. Get yourself ready to help fight for them. Fighting for peace is the most noble fight we have. Let's do this. We deserve freedom. Love you. Peace out.